Hello, and good morning. I have to say, despite seeing this intro like, I don't know, what is it, like 20-something times since starting this, I only now realized what's even going on there. Yes, I know it was alluded to several times, but apparently, I don't know, apparently it was just completely lost on me up to this point. Okay, music sounded a little loud. Let's turn that down just a tad. Okay, what were we lacking last time? So for one thing, we needed to make sure that it was night. That was definitely one of the big issues we were having. Turns out that whole having a werewolf thing a bit more useful when it's actually nighttime. Let's see, bird scale for agility. Make Ninja Boy hit all hard and everything. We got that. So we got this oil to kind of power through the end fight if we need to. I'd prefer not to use that stuff ideally. I should top off on this. There we go. Let's pop off on the top off on the full heal as well. As in the restore everybody back to normal juice. What else? We got Wisp Statue for improving the light coins. We'll use that for phase 2. Do we have, let's see, instead of the Kerberos Claw, do we have, I don't know, some other kind of claw that's all magic-y and crap? Actually, Magic Walnut, we should probably get one of those, since we kind of ran out. Actually, no, wait, we didn't run out last time. Let's see, Carmilla? Or is it... hang on. No, this claw, there we go. This is the one that was, light-based, I believe. And then... I think that should be all we need. We only have 6 grails to speak of anyway. But if we're doing this correctly this time, we shouldn't even come close to needing most of this stuff. Actually, you know what? No. Instead of this, let's go ahead and put bullet scales on there. Seems like a bit of a better idea. Alright, let's go save the sucker, and let's get this done. Or no, right, this part right here is why we had an issue. Go ahead and power through this room. Lots and lots of items. Should be 3 of them to wipe this room. Right. No, apparently we needed more than that. Hell, apparently we needed 5 here. Okay, what else? This guy, I feel like we need more luck on him. And that's our first guy that's ready, and conveniently our first guy that actually has a soul ready to go as well. So, perfect. Okay. Can you finish them, please? Ooh, oh, nice! Everybody's getting their level ups. Beautiful. Vitality... Yeah, I think Vitality's the way to go on him. And are we getting anything for Sistina? No. Okay, so she'll probably get hers right off this final fight here. So, let's go ahead and not go in completely ruined this time. Like, all things considered, I have a feeling that we were very, very close to the end of the fight last time. As far as the gimmick goes, I wasn't expecting that kind of gimmick. Like, I would have expected... You know, maybe they each come back once or something along those lines. So, either way, you know, it's kind of on me for trying to predict it like that, but oh well. So let's go ahead and top off here. Also, it's kind of funny how they literally just have this little tiny doorway going, you know, completely inconspicuous. It's like, nope, I'm just going to go over this way. Alright, let's go save it again. I think there was actually, what's it doing here? It's being a rock, that's what it's doing. And this is how weird witch-type situations are born. You just have this rock, and they just hatch out of it. And then they get all kinds of weird faces going on. Zabelfaw. Okay. So first things first... Oh, wait, that's a single attack. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use this time to buff up as we do. Okay, so agility on you. Actually, screw it. Agility on everyone. they've just gotten their weapons out, and we've already buffed the entire team. Let's boost Sistina. Gonna throw one of those over on Steve, just, you know, in case it helps. I don't think it does, but oh well. Alright. Now, Drake's scale on Beef Boy. Speaking of, I probably should be using him. Just because he never seems to attack until you do. I know you can mess with the AI and all that. Oh, familiar boss. Hello there, Alex. Nice to see you. Yeah, light attribute on one weapon, so that will be on the Traitor. Okay, so... Okay, they're whispering. But yeah, so this went a little bit poorly last time. I don't remember if you were here for the end of it. Basically, we had a little bit of difficulty occur. Braxton, would you go lay down, please? What are you doing? Why are you hopping all over the place? Okay, there we go. First off, let's switch over to the wolf. For another thing... hang on, everyone's in different spots now. Nope, nope, don't. I'll figure this out, dang it! Okay. So I think it's water to mess up their magic-y stuff. Meanwhile, she's going to go and ruin this one on the left. So we want defense down first, then we want mine down, then we want all the other stuff. Okay, that's attack power down. Pure. And then every time he gets knocked backwards, I'm just going to have the wolf switch over to the other one here. Okay, so... that worked out pretty okay. Let's get defense down here. Let's get you waterizing this one. And yeah, it's looking like he's doing more than 200 per punch. That beam almost feels like it's a counter to how much damage he's doing. Okay, so they're both waterized. Now, I'm going to need mine down on at least this one. Let's see, I think it's fire down to accomplish the same results, but we'll see. And then I'm going to need him healing. Okay, we'll need one heal. Actually, no, considering the wolf is the only one getting hit here, not worth a heal here. Yeah, 354 per punch. Very nice. I'm not sure if we're going to lose his buffs if he gets hit, though. I guess we'll find out right now. Although that's almost definitely a counter to what he was doing. Okay. Go for Earth. Yeah, let's get our Puncher back up. Come on, Mr. Puncher. And I have to remember to go pick up more claws, because that mess seems very useful. Okay, let's get strength back up on Trogdor. Because I'm assuming their buffs get deleted if they go down. Like, it just feels like a natural assumption. Alright, so she already had that in there. And then... I guess let's just throw random debuffs out there. Interestingly enough, when I'm playing as the wolf, as far as the top and the top characters go, it's for some reason it's the right trigger to select Sistina here, left trigger to select Steve. It's completely opposite when playing as her or as Steve. That's kind of bizarre. Anywho, mine down on this one, please. Yeah, he definitely lost his buffs, but truth be told, as long as he's not getting some crazy insta-kill counter, that's probably just fine. Keep attacking. Yeah, I don't think they actually got a chance to use that very much last time. Let's go over to the other one. Actually, no, let's not go over to the other one, because these two die, then the third one pops up, then the third one revives the other two. Presumably, anyway. CC scales are good for up and magic defense. True, I guess I probably should be doing that, huh? Because yeah, last time we were doing just fine as far as getting through it, and I beat both the side heads twice, and it was just beating the main head that's, I didn't expect them all to revive a second time, is what I'm getting at there. So what I'm planning to do is focus on the main head, and then after like a couple minutes of doing that, probably going to focus on the other two, so that presumably all of them die at the same time. They can't resurrect so good if they're all dead. Okay. Go ahead and pop that on everyone. The up-int, so it's the best buff in the game. Yep, seems that way. By the way, is Spirit actually defense, or is it just MP? That's another one I've been a little bit unclear on. Okay, one's dead. The other one should be very close to dead. And then we get into the real fight. Alright, and while they're doing all that, go ahead and re-heal and rebuff. Spirit effects healing and MP. Oh! Okay, that would have been good to know. In that case, I should have been getting her spirit up, shouldn't I? Whoops. Friggin' whoops! I think I already had one of these active on him. It would be very nice if they ever do a remake of this. It would be really, really... pardon the dry throat. It would be very nice to actually know what buffs are active on everybody. Because I don't think that's a thing that exists. Alright, there we go, and they're back. So, mass debuffs on her. Alright, mine down first. Man, it's weird. She looks so happy, you know? She's so smiley over there. Higher spear, more heal, and Sun scales up that too. Okay. Gotcha. So let's see how much this heals after his spirit's all up there. I don't think it affects that one. Okay. Alright, we need more debuffs going on though. So first off, defense down. Second off, do whatever's next on your list on her. Whatever that happens to be. Gonna get Wolf Boy getting a couple more punches off, and then it's about time to go use all those items, I think. Making those giant explosions. Right. Yeah, one more full heal. Get out of here with that. Okay, so he's still debuffed. That's one thing that I was really unclear on last time. Okay, so Litecoin's up. Not with him. Uh-oh. Okay, I kind of wish I could pause and switch between characters here. There we go. Her. There we go. I can finally access the menu. That took ages. Just in case, another defense down. Yeah, it does feel kind of crappy when they're like, oh yeah, you can't access your menu because I'm busy whispering. I wonder if that's like an actual technical limitation, or whether that's intended in terms of being kind of unnerving and that they're basically interrupting your action, which never happened up to this point. So just in case, let me go ahead and up her intelligence again. And then we'll go ahead and spam those items. Okay. Okay, that did a lot. Now you are gonna need to start throwing those. You're gonna need to do more of this. Okay, come on, chain casts. See, one way of using Papa Potaclaw and Drogdor and keeping him alive. I was doing that earlier. I had exactly one of those at the very start of the fight, and he was doing like 400 per hit. But the issue was that every time that he attacked, he automatically got a Darkness Beam that for some reason did like twice as much damage as it would whenever they were using it normally. So I don't know if that's some weird counter ability that they have or some such. But it definitely felt like he was getting punished for using it. So he got knocked out almost immediately, because he got 3 punches off, and then he took 3, like, instant Darkness Beams. So it just basically wiped him. And didn't seem worthwhile to use a heal to keep that going. Because he's still doing 200 every time that he attacks, which, honestly, given the numbers that we've seen here, should be just fine. We've got more than enough damage going on. Especially with this. Through all of these, let's see, we should have gotten about 1800 damage off of this. Well, almost no time has passed. Wait a minute. How come they get to use it and it's map-wide, but when we use it, it's only 1? Rude. Okay, we'll do this, and then we'll use a party heal, and then I'm switching back over to the wolf to continue punching stuff. That's our last party heal. Yeah. Okay. So his agility boost didn't actually assist with his with the shurikens. Okay. Never mind. I'm trying to get to a menu that is currently unavailable. Perfect. Now that I'd assume that should be her almost gone. Okay, come on. Quit interrupting those turns with your crazy long chanting. Alright. Alright, moving on here. Oh wait, never mind. The trigger switched back to normal now. I don't know what that was about. Also, I think we got mass debuffed at some point. Let's go use one of these for good measure. Yeah, despite what you were saying earlier, as far as these supposedly not affecting, supposedly not affecting some of the debuff effects and stuff like that, it seemed to remove them just fine. So maybe there was a difference in the different versions or some such. Alright, main hitter's down. Let's see, counters, level 2 and higher attack. Better not use them in boss fights. Okay. Didn't know it got that specific. Yeah, let's go get her speed down. I'm gonna need my wolf up. So you go ahead and grail him up. Like, I'm pretty sure we should be close to winning this fight right now. We've got 1 revive for everybody. Let's throw the fire one out there, I think. Man, that's sassy ninja movement. Okay. Come on. Okay, no, they're healing. So they have to be close to the end now. They're... Okay, dude, can I access my menu, please? Thank you. Not appreciating that mechanic very much. But yeah, one of the things we had last time is the wolf guy never changed. So that was a little bit... Well, that wasn't terribly helpful. Go ahead and get their mine down, I'm assuming. Yeah, we gotta get their speed down, too. I thought we already did. Come on, do the thing. Let's get her back up. Yeah, it's too late to switch out of using text now, so... We will figure this out. Come on, get dead already. She has to be close. We've been spamming so much damage on her. She has to be really close now. Come on. Is that it? Yes! There we go. See? We got it. So I guess that was the only one we had to be going for. Did it completely wrong last time. Yay, we're stuck in a weird dark void in the middle of nowhere, but this is fine. We can still hop up and down in it. Let's see, he only chooses at night, so engage your boss at night is a standard tactic when going with him in the party. Let's see, Stone of Darkness has returned. The gate has opened! Wait a minute. How do you not know this information? Seriously. It's not double-crossed. We're apparently the worst protagonists ever. Actually, no. Why'd we save this fairy? They're the worst guide of all time. Yeah, definitely go Spirit, because they've been doing most of the healing. Yeah, we need to fire this fairy. Like, they got themselves captured earlier. They're like, no, we gotta give up that friggin' sword thing to save them. So, I was thinking about this way too much earlier. And it's like, okay. They basically gave up a freaking super weapon that gives god powers to somebody, right? And for what exactly? Because it's not like she was unique or the only one that could do stuff. The other ones were still around. They just got tired and couldn't make the trip. Wait, what's going on here exactly? Okay, not sure why we needed a pause there. But anyways, yeah, they were just tired and they couldn't make the trip. So we could just go replace them. I mean, their whole shtick is they're just supposed to sit there and protect this tree, which the tree's already dying, so at least you're kind of giving them a nice send-off. And then after that, they're like, no, we gotta go stop them from doing this thing. Oh wait, I just realized we're doing the exact opposite of what I said we were. Man, forget it. It's not even Steve's fault. Every problem in this story is the fairy's fault. Okay. I was joking, by the way. I don't actually... I'm pretty sure that, that they didn't really go that far with the writing. Alright, so... Guess we just leave here? Is that an exit? Ooh, this is different. Whoa. Nice. Okay, I appreciate the little detail here. And yeah, definitely safe. So I guess this was here the whole time. Weird. But yeah, go figure. Beat the last guy, got exactly the level we need for everybody to go up in their stuff. The true evil mind? Eh, maybe. Maybe! They were Steve the whole time. So Alex, I don't think... I doubt you would have seen it, but the whole shtick, as far as calling my main character Steve, and why I was excited about the fact that he had a brain fairy during this whole thing, is actually due to a run that Vale, who's usually around for these, had asked for a little while ago. That kind of got weirdly off the rails. Namely, he had issued a challenge to go through all of the Ogre Battle games using only fairy units as much as possible. And so I did, and I beat that whole challenge thing. But there was one random fairy in the very first game of the challenge, named Steve. Almost all of the other fairies died over the course of the game, but that guy, resilient, little fairy, just was resilient the entire time. Stuck around to the very end, to the point where it just became a meme that he wouldn't die. Ooh, push mark seeds. And so yeah, he ultimately just was considered the leader of the group. The actual leader of the group was set aside. He was given a ton of like ridiculous god equipment and stuff. Like in that game, you basically have to, you can basically go and you can pretty much convert a couple of your characters into weapons, and it will carry over all their stats. So you're basically doubling up on their stats and whatever else. It's really, really imbalanced, but that's the point. They're really hard to get a hold of. So he had two characters that with completely maxed out stats as weapons, stacking on top of his stats, on top of an item that made him functionally invincible, on top of just a random helmet that made him really angry all the time. So yeah, it's just... The funny part was, despite all of this crazy nonsense, this tiny little fairy did about the same amount of damage as any normal character would at that point, because they had so much rubber banding on their on how much damage those units could do. They just really, really sucked. But yeah, the funny part was that yeah, they were functionally invincible. So I don't want to accidentally get anybody a level here, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave. I think we can use a rope at this point. I think. We're a couple doors away from the exit, we might as well just go there. But yeah, so that run continued on and on and on. And so, yeah, Steve was that fairy. Ultimately, they, due to modding shenanigans, they turned into a fairy riding a human robot suit in, once we got to 3 games into the challenge. So that was a little bit different. They accidentally ended the universe a couple times, they kind of traveled through time on multiple occasions. We picked, well, mostly Vale, but we had a pretty weird backstory going on by the end of it. Alright, so, let's go ahead and get our Chirpy Boy over here, and I guess go Falcor it up somewhere. Now that we've fully powered up the last boss. Now, I have a feeling the moment that we take off here, we're going to get some sort of cutscene event, because this is the only one so far that has had pretty much no possible exit aside from using the wind drum. And that usually means they want to railroad the plot a bit. Okay, yeah, it's... No? Really? Destination Dark Castle? They just now want to update the sprite? Okay, whatever. We'll go there later. Right now it's time to go to an inn. I'm gonna go take a nap. Worry about the apocalypse later. We got napping to do. Exactly, we got all the seeds. And a weapon and armor seed. Phantasm armor. Okay, cool. That sounds nifty. I think that's Sistina's. Okay, and we grew a shuriken, because that's how those happen. Bullseye die. Okay. Another bullseye die. I'm gonna go ahead and save state it right here, just in case this isn't an item for her. Demon Wolf Soul? Okay, so. And then we'll go down south, we'll go punch out a rabbit, and then we'll go and reset that situation right there. We'll just go fast forward for a minute. Hi, rabbit. Goodbye, rabbit. Man, that goofy walk, though. Need to do save states? Exactly. That's what I'm doing. Is I have 2 of the ones that I need, presumably. Demon Wolf Soul, never mind. It's possible to get 3 of the same CC items. Well, currently we have 2 of one and 1 of another, so... Alright, we'll give it 1 extra screen here. Save it right there. And yes, I just remember the sprint button exists. Nope, Demon Wolf Soul. You said it was 1 enemy to reset the seed, right? Like, I would like to see if this is at least going to be a die or something. See, they're usable in battle too, so not an entire waste. We sure they're not set when you get them? Or do you need a different enemy type? There we go, I just got a new enemy type. So let's see if that does it. Oh, and kill 1, stay at the inn? Okay. Alright, save stay right here and see how it does. Okay, still Demon Wolf Soul. Oh, load from the save? Okay. Well. Let's go down here then. Accidentally killed 2, but okay. Go over here, save it, make a hard save, and then we'll reload that save. Alright. Let's go ahead and restart the sucker. There we go. Night Dragon Chain, there we go. That did it. So, okay, now we go to that altar thingy in the very center, right? Wait, what? Is that just... Wait, I didn't want to go here yet. Like, it's cool that we're here, but... that's not what I was trying to do. Alright. Let's try that again. Or no, it was the Desert Fortress that had the thingamajig in it. Right? No, we needed to go... where the hell was it? I think it was the ruins at the very center of the map. But then that just takes us here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We can just go directly to the altar thing, can't we? Okay, this is fine. And should be devoid of enemies now, I think. Good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. That's exactly what I was trying to do then. So after second reset, item won't change. So save, plant, reset, kill, and plant. Okay. Well, either way, we got the one that we needed, I think. Alright, class changes then. You'll need a special item to break the seal. Do you have it? Oh, we gotta equip him? Okay, well. Alright, let's go ahead and equip him then. So whatever classes we got, we got. Because the big one that I was completely set on was the Death Wolf here, so liking that one. Night Dragon Chain sounds pretty awesome. And then yeah, Bullseye Die also sounds pretty handy because that sounds like a luck build. And there we go. So we're all set. Because it sounds like with those items you have to get a specific one if you want a specific class, right? Alrighty. You need the die. And yeah, I didn't give a choice of which one to be, so he's gonna go become whatever this is. Okay. Gotta do the sassy pose, and he became purple. He's Mace now. Okay, from Ninja to Ninja Master. Okay, so just an Ogre Battle promotion. He looks exactly like Mace now. Which, I've never streamed that, but Mace from Avalon totally looks exactly like that guy. What kind of new abilities did you get? Nothing! Okay, cool. Close your eyes and concentrate, etc. What's she gonna be? Did miss the Dark Demons? Yes. It was basically the exact same thing as last time, except Rita Repulsa got punched in the face a bunch. And that was kind of about it. And now we're doing class changes. So whatever classes we got, we got. So Steve became a Ninja Master and now looks like Mace from Avalon. She looks, well, kind of like Sistina, actually. Rune Maiden into a Dragon Master. Okay, cool. Any new abilities? Okay, every level up he'll learn a new tech or spell. Oh, I just noticed that it actually tells you if you look at him. Death Hand! Ninja Master! They're so excited about it. Specifically the Death Hand they're really excited about. Alright. Let's see this Death Hand. Sorry for slapping the mic there, didn't mean to do that. Can I turn him to a Dragon Master? Death Wolf's soul looks weirdly kind for what it is. Alright, what kind of palette swap did we get here? Okay. We're all very pink now. I love that his ultimate evil form is friggin' pink. That's great. Alright, whatever, let's sounds like we're moving on to the end game now, so let's go do that. Fast forward jog. Man, this reminds me so much of so many areas Golden Sun. I almost want to do like a comparison stream between the two, just to show you what I mean in terms of the design comparisons. Alright. So, how did... like, if we just go this way, will we eventually leave? What's Trogdor's attack value now? No idea. Probably like 5 billion. Let me go find a town, because I need to go restock on items anyway. Okay, Force Senate doesn't want to let us in. What about you? Are you a town? Can you let us in? Thank you. They're not going to let us in. Rude. Alright. Now that we've flown all this way for nothing, let's see. His attack value... 200. Or wait, Steve is 200. Sistina's 226. Oh, and she actually looks like, you know, a person now. Yeah, 227. That's weird. She's actually got almost as much attack as he does now. Interesting. Then again, their strength is pretty much identical. Alright, so I need a town of some description, like before we start moving into the endgame areas and stuff like that. So Stark Castle, oh, that's actually the exact area I didn't want to go to. Before we start moving into what I assume is the last dungeon here, and yes, I'm aware that I don't have all my best gear and whatever. We'll just kind of deal with that. These people apparently just don't mind that we're landing in their town. Oh, wait a minute! Is this Black Market Town? No, it isn't. Whatever, doesn't matter. They're apparently open 24/7, so we'll go ahead and pick up some stuff. Gotta say, I'm feeling real good today. You know why? Because I made a delicious smoothie for breakfast, and it was just absolutely great. Okay. Pick up a bunch of these to start off. Store all of them. I'll probably pick up some magic walnuts as well, because I'm assuming she'll start becoming a caster. Of course, I've thought that before, and she became a debuffer. But whatever, we'll have at least one useful thing as well. Let's see, his maximum death hand is around 450 in wolf form after taking a hit. Okay, well, that sounds pretty darn useful. Okay, there we go, let's cap out on these. It almost seems like with some quick menuing, if somebody was speedrun storing stuff like this, their best bet would just be to kind of go through this whole process and then put everything in storage and then just insta-buy a bunch of them. Like, I'm pretty... Unless I'm missing something, we should have the best of everything that we can get. Aside from item seed stuff at this point, so money should be just kind of fair game to chuck away wherever, yeah? Alright, we also picked up some armor. Should be for her. Alright, that's a pretty decent upgrade. Phantasm. We still never picked up for this item slot, so who knows? Who knows? Okay, so we picked up all those. We might as well go to Black Market Town now. I'm gonna leave all those girls kind of as they are right now, and then just pick up probably... Yeah, Bizal's fine. That's where we need to go. Probably pick up maybe 3 loads of every one of the coins, just in case we run into any oddly specific stuff that we can potentially predict, as well as a bunch of claws, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'm assuming light's gonna be the most useful. So we already have all the light coins we could ever need. And now that I know what the Dream Sea herbs do, I really, 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 really wish I would have known that before. Wait a minute. Did we not consume the class change items? Does that mean you can switch between the two classes? I really would have expected those to be consumed. Alright, we got a crap load of grails. We got... Okay, good amount of light and dark coins, good amount of oil. It's mostly just coins, scales, and claws that we need more of, as well as more Dream Sea herbs. Okay, there we go. See, I'm figuring out what this stuff does. And it's apparently Gnome's Day. My favorite time of day. Or my favorite time of the week. Because it means I'm as tall as everybody else. Of course, that being said, I'm only slightly shorter than most, but still. Wait. Okay. I wasn't aware that you had an actual full schedule. Alright. Hello, Claw Vendor. Buy a bunch of those. Buy a bunch of those. Buy a bunch of those for some reason. Now, Alex, do you know if there's any more potential useful uses for money after this? Or if we're basically just golden, as far as all that goes? Because from your previous descriptions, it sounded like we're pretty much good to go. Maybe I will pick up more light coins, because then we can just spam them more. I mean, I can't imagine the end dungeon is that long. Okay. It's enough of those. We need this. And there we go. So that's all those. Now we just bottom out the other vendor and we're good to go. Alright. That looks like that. Think we're good. Hope we're good anyway. Can't really think of what else we'd really need. Right, put some bullet scales on there. Take this die off, probably put some coins or some such on there. Or light coins. We could probably go grind for more Podo Claws, but doesn't seem worth it. And yeah, honey drinks just for the one-off heals. Okay, I think we're good to go. But yeah, I'm gonna assume it's the whole data limitation thing that they didn't end up going and updating the menu or the map at this point. Alright, come on. Figure out a place to land. Don't use rope and... Okay. Well, I haven't found a successful use for the rope in the entire game so far. Like, every time that I've wanted to use it, I've either already been right by the entrance, or just didn't end up using it. So can we get into this thing, or what? Here's a clearing, can we land here? Explain. Valcor, why can't you land? Like, there's a little thing right here that's telling me, okay, this is probably a good spot to land. Got to walk there from where? Do you have to go through the cave? I didn't see anywhere to move forward from the cave. I'm trying to find anywhere to land here, and I'm not really seeing it. You know, despite the fact that there's all this open land. Alright, we'll go back to the cave. And assume that's what it is. Cave of Darkness. Oh, crap, I didn't mean to use that. Oh, lag doesn't help. Sorry. Sorry, don't know why it's lagging. Should be perfect. Oh, apparently Steve silences on impact now, I guess. Or maybe he was silenced. I don't know. Ooh, okay, but her healing's a lot more significant now. Let's just walk through it all. Except for these guys, they get nuked. Okay, are we good? Good. Good, good, good. Is anybody else experiencing lag, by the way? Yeah, wow, our damage sucks right now. See, by the way, Big is weak to water and earth. And you got 3 other bosses on the way? Okay. Gotcha. Or wait, Big is Bijou, right. I just got what you're talking about. A little bit slow today, sorry. Currently on the no-sleep train, as it were. As you do. And the kiddos do not sleep. Neither does Dad. Neither does Mom as well, but, you know. Still. Moving on, moving on. Yeah, this would be so much more frustrating if we couldn't spam these. Instant 1,000 damage on everybody. Don't even get a chance to fight back. Okay, you get agility? Hell yeah, you get agility. What kind of moves you get? Shuriken for all enemies? Dude! Okay, you get friggin' strength. Ability, destroy everything. Energy ball, okay. Interesting. Interesting. You know what? I almost want to say it's not even worth fighting these guys right now, but whatever, we'll finish off this one. Ooh, he's doing a lot. Okay, Dragon Master, you get your intelligence up here. Jormungand? Alright. What does Jormungand do? Since apparently she's become a Giga Viking. Alright, so. We can do all of them now. Multiple shuriken for everybody. Energy, let's see. Energy ball, up script possibly. Completely useless normally as crits don't exist. Oh. Well, fine. Jormungand, summon the sealed dragon of legend. Only 7 MP. Okay. Cool. Yeah, more freaking criticals. I mean, they do kind of exist, though. I've seen them happen. They've just been really rare. Like, exceedingly rare. At least I think I've seen them happen. I mean, I've seen Steve go from, like, 30 to 100 out of nowhere. Alright. Moving on. Alright, I want to test out this Jormungand ability. How good is this? Wow. Anytime now. Whoa, that is one weird-looking dragon. What the hell? Yeah, that's neat. It seems like we can just use this. Yeah, that's just cheaper and faster. Although, combined with instacasts, if there's a multiple enemy boss, that could be really, really handy. I'm going to save it right here, because I think this is the one that goes backwards. Or, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Because it seems like this place is absolutely chock full of doors that close behind you. Let's see, her Dragon Summon also poisons enemies, not the best ability. I mean, the dragon might do more damage if they didn't tie it to a friggin' rock. Now, is there an exit from here or something? Yeah, there is. There is. Okay. Good. So that does explain why we couldn't access this earlier. You know what this is kind of like? If you've ever played Parasite Eve, it's like when you get a submachine gun that you combine with a grenade launcher and a shotgun. It's just like burst fire entire room explosions. Oh, thank you, Buell. Appreciate it. Apparently being hosted. Steve just becomes able to target everyone. As Nightblade, he gets all new ones and Black Rain. But does it sound as sultry as Purple Rain? Alright, let's do... Guess we'll just go switch everybody to their best ability for now. Dragon Tooth. Oh, you can tell them specifically which one to use. I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool sounding. I'm probably going to stick to using Sistina, so I'm just going to leave her as is. Hello there, statue. Are you just a light bulb? Apparently he's just a light bulb. How about that? How about that? Alright, oil. I need to restock on that oil. Going back to the whole policy of keeping 2 healing item types, just like the full heal and the party heal, seems like a pretty solid choice. Okay, so we go this way. And there's doggos. Let's get everybody on screen. And then I guess we'll just use this to finish everybody off. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, Alex, by any chance do you know if we still happen to reach a town after this, or if this is actually, like, the end dungeon? It's always hard to tell with this game. Okay, more question mark seeds, nifty. Go ahead and save state right there. Wow, these guys are geniuses. Quick, let's go chase after the flying guy and run off a cliff. Yeah, we did. They were pretty easy at first, actually. Why are you being sassy? It's like, why would that be? Well, you did kind of just do his job for him. So I gotta explain everything. Okay. Heaven's Sad World sealed away long ago because they're all like, oh man, we don't like these guys, because I guess they were divine racist. Anyway, finally merge our 2 worlds together. Okay. But that already existed. It was called Nighttime. Okay, Carmilla Queen, Bloody Wolf. Okay. Oh, and we got the sweet boss music. Okay. So, let's see here. Did I not bring one of the end ones? Alright, good. That's off to a terrible start then, so let's go ahead and boost Trogdor. Alright, I'm gonna need you to demagicize this one. And then I guess we're just gonna friggin' spam these. This should get rid of the wolf. And then once we're done spamming these, I'm gonna go slap a water buff over on Mr. Wolf Boy. After that, I can probably start insta-casting the dragon. Okay. And Trogdor just remembered that he can transform. That only took him forever. Alright, so attack effectiveness down. That wasn't the one I wanted. Alright, so Black Rain, he gets that too. Alright, it might be Fire that's the anti-magic one. Now, stop pretending that cliff doesn't exist. Nope. Come on, access the menu, please. I'd like to do the party heal. Go do another party heal, because this guy doesn't feel like too much of a threat. Especially with his freaky hairdo, he doesn't seem too scary. Just go ahead and do this one, just because I want to get him poisoned. Feels like it could be at least somewhat useful. Though that animation takes a billion years. Wow, it's actually not so bad. 400 damage. Hey, look at that! I figured out how to actually use my menus. Only 8 attempts later, and I actually found the character I'm looking for. Go ahead and buff Steve, even though he hasn't been able to even get close to it almost this entire time. Smack him with those sassy shurikens. Oh, I forgot to mine down him. That's why he's hitting so much. And where's that mine down? There we go. That should ruin him real good. Although, wow, Wolf Boy's putting some weight under those punches. I love that little force push move he does. It's pretty awesome. Okay, now don't do that one. I'm very close to getting squad wiped here. It's like at any point they could have just abandoned their entire plan, gone and wiped out the black market oil vendor, and we would have been completely screwed. Whoa, what the hell? That was weird. One of the shurikens completely missed him, and then it took some time to register. Psycho Wave. Okay. Just heal, I guess. And if we can't get close, we can at least do this. Ooh, insta-kill. Good luck, out of bounds. Well, alright. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have an awesome day with whatever you're up to there. And, I will... Well, I guess we'll see you in the next one. Sounds like there's going to be quite a bit more to go on this, so... We'll see you at that point. Alright, I'm almost out of party heals. Well, aside from excessive amounts of keep away, at least he's not doing so much. Like, we're burning through our healing items here. I feel like I should probably be using the wolf because he's just being an idiot. Mostly I'm just saying he's being an idiot because he's just not charging forward. Alright, you cast that. You cast your shurikens and stuff. He's gonna cast Punch to Face. Alright, more Jormungand. More shurikens, and then... Come on, can I please get some... Ah! Let me move. Okay, Steve first. Like, this fight is completely anti-Wolf Boy. Just completely anti-Doggo. It's not fair. Or Doggo doesn't even get a chance. Yeah, his keep away game, though. Got that mess on lock. Can access the menu once before he's attacking again. You know what? I almost want to do Energy Ball here. Dude, can I move? It's like, no, friggin' 15 attacks in a row. That's my shtick. Rude. Alright, let's do that again. First off, move the save state over to here. Alright, he's gonna start off debuffing the crap out of this guy. So you're gonna go with Mind Down. You need Mind Down, Speed Down. And we're gonna switch over to the Wolf. Can I please switch my characters before you take 15 actions? Hello? Oh my goodness. Okay, finally. That should not have taken him that long to transform. Come to think of it, on second thought, I almost want to say that I almost kind of wish I didn't go with this guy. Just because he takes so dang long to do everything. Okay. Go Dragon. Just gonna go insta-cast Dragon over and over for the time being. Then Shurikens on everybody. Get another one for topping off health. Let's get a claw on Trogdor. There we go, that's looking more like damage, now that we've actually gotten his speed and crap down. Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, he said he was weak to Earth, I didn't think it was like 500 weak to Earth. Okay, agility up on Steve. More of that, please. I need you doing the whole dragon thing a bit more. Yeah, wow, that's effective. Yes, that is that move. Oh, that's probably not even going to affect him if I were to guess. Yeah, if I had noticed that this did that much to him, would have been a very, very, very different story. He got the insta kill off, but he still managed to get the earth cast off. Handy, I suppose. Alright, one thing I'm starting to notice here, if we just keep knocking him down over and over, we should be able to stun lock him for a while. So if I can just get close with 2 of them, just have Steve continuously casting, that should be the end of the fight. Okay, apparently I can't select Steve right now. Although this works out all the same. Nice. Do the heal. I'm assuming Black Rain potentially ruined our stats, so let's go get that corrected. Why I'd ever not use that on our allies is something I just plain don't understand. Dead Crush. Holy crap, 700? Okay. It doesn't even matter, he still got his cast off. One of these days, though. One of these days he'll eventually go down. Guy's got some dang health on him. Alright, now that we're in this kind of situation, like where we don't have any more party heals and whatever else, gotta make sure that he can't wipe everybody with one move again. Because that kinda sucked. Alright, that's enough nonsense out of you, come on. And if you're able to do this much damage all the time, why don't you? Finally, jeez. How? Because you're annoying and need to be squished. Alright, problem solved. So now, hopefully there's another statue, but I'm gonna need some more items. Still not super clear how we're carrying all these, but whatever. Okay. More honey drink. Good. And more grails. And we're good. I feel like Sistina's not even doing anything here. I say, punching the air. Man, that did a lot. Okay, Steve, what's in the box? Question seeds, nifty. Nerfter. Truth be told, I'm mostly doing that just because I don't want to go through the menus again. Another mysterious seed. Let's go back to the statue, get all nice and restorinated. I think I might have gotten a full heal after that fight, though. Doesn't matter. Still worth going back there. Question is, though, do we just leave now, or what? Because we see the castle off in the background. I guess that's the implication that you're just supposed to be headed down that way. And again, it kind of looks like there's maybe a route to the left. We'll see. And there's not a route to the left. Okay, so let's just keep going this way. Ooh, you're new. I think this is what turning on that light bulb earlier did. Yeah, says trapped. I'll be honest, it does not feel that way. Maybe mildly inconvenienced, but not trapped. And I have a feeling that poison actually does a lot more to them than it lets on. Man, they're doing a lot. Yeah, definitely strength. Just strength all the way on him. And new abilities? No. You get agility? You cannot. I get strength, I guess. Okay, water on everybody. Perfect. Okay, so bottom right doesn't seem like it's anything. Holy crap. Yeah, there we go. We're getting to that whole overpowered intelligence build that we were talking about earlier. Go vitality, I suppose. not seeing too many of those one ability every single level type situations, but, you know, presumably we're getting there. This is the dog punching simulator. Okay. You feel like progress? Given that there haven't really been that many alternate routes up to this point, I'm gonna assume that's fine. I know we missed a route back there, but oh well. Not too concerned about that. Statue! And as per the usual thing of almost Dark Souls 2-esque levels of this makes no sense physically, we've somehow walked 2 steps and crossed 2 mountain ranges in order to get over here. So we're at the castle already. Interesting. Yeah, why is everything here weak to water? How does that even kind of make sense? Everything's really dry where they're from. Oh, come on! Stop! That's just really annoying! It's not even threatening, it's just irritating! I think he's trying to counter for every time the poison hit him or something. Witches are weak to water? Okay. Fair enough. They're like gremlins. So if you feed them after midnight, they suddenly go from being all the, you know, the weirdly skimpy witches to becoming the all grody old ones, I guess. Gotta be careful with that stuff. Wait, gremlins multiply in water? Well, that might explain why they're suddenly getting a million attacks off. Two little chibly demons. Oh, come on. No. Stop. Stop friggin' doing that crap. Like, I'm pretty sure they are actually countering for every time they're hit by poison, because they're insta-casting like 3-4 times in a row. Ooh. I'm liking this music. Liking this music a lot, in fact. It's all fancy-like. And they've got the chess unicorns back. as it suddenly shifts from an RPG to just turning into Streets of Rage. I wonder if that was the pitch meeting for this. It's like Final Fantasy meets Streets of Rage. Here we go. Let's see if these things are all weak to water for some reason. That water move is just so good because it ends up reducing everybody's attack. Double critical. Okay. Was that an actual critical hit happening, or...? No idea. Because I know in the original, like, whenever there was an actual critical happening, the, like, X or Y got smashed. It's pretty hilarious. Yes! Okay. So we just got one of those ones that's really good. Hopefully there's another inn before the end of the game. Although we are getting to the point where there's so many effects on screen that the game's actually just janking out. It's like it's actually exiting out of menus when I'm trying to confirm things. A little bit annoying, but oh well. Not to mention there's so many menus for it to go through that I can't pull up my own menu. Because it doesn't know what to do. Gray Demon, I don't know, he seems okay. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. I think somebody mentioned that those demons are supposed to drop something good. Although, now that I think about it, the only decent drops that we need are all seeds, so... eh. Come on, stop canceling out of it. Don't trip over yourselves trying to help there, guys. Surprisingly little to say for a, you know, friggin' fire castle and a thunderstorm filled with flying sword demons and crap. I mean, it's just a whole lot of the same room. How one even poisons the sword is a good question to ask, though. Oh, did I already use up all my coins? Dang. Okay, I guess we're just mashing the button for a minute here. Okay. More strength, not even a question there. It's kind of his whole big thing. Goody. Goody on that. Need to pick up... Actually, no way, we didn't use all the coins, did we? That makes a bit more sense. Is there just gonna be another demon guy? Can we just leave? No. Would be nice if we could. I don't really know what I was expecting going to this side of the thing. It's like, of course it would be just the one guy. Why wouldn't it be? Alright, we got the fire move for everybody. Good. Another weapon and armor seed. That has to be what these are here for. So I'm assuming it'll probably be like a stationary boss somewhere in the world that we fly to, and then they just basically say, go, we'll, you know, train up and do whatever until you go fight the last boss. Because you said there were several bosses, which makes me want to say 4. No particular reason for that. I'm thinking like 3 or 4 of them. The hell are you? Oh, okay. Also, I wouldn't call that an exit. It's more of an entrance. Well, I guess that's more a matter of perspective. Okay, so let's go through this. So Siren's Claw, not the one that I thought it was. I thought that was the water one. So let's see, I think... Yeah, there we go. Poseidon Claw. Slap that sucker in there. No idea why it works, but if it does, I'm not going to complain. Next we need those other scales. Unless we actually want some walnuts. Probably chow down on a couple of those. Bird scales haven't really been doing very much for us. So I'll put those away. Where's that really busted scale? There, Sagan scale. I'm assuming we won't need the drum for now, so I'll put that away. Mentioned something about them being weak to earth, so I'll do that. Then restock on these. Alright, that looks pretty good. Feels like a boss room if I've ever seen one. Of course, you know, as soon as we walk in here, there's probably going to be a complete insta-heal for everybody. Oh wow, these actually don't heal very much, do they? That's fine. Just ignore you. Mostly because it's just more convenient at this point. Turn, please. Thank you. You know, for what it's worth, though, the whole Jormungand thing, I've never seen it represented quite that way. It's kind of pretty awesome. He just comes down like, well, I want to come help, but, you know, I just need to bring the entire world with me. Why exactly? Or at least just a giant boulder. Maybe they reattached him to a boulder instead of the earth? Not sure. Still, though, it's cool to see there. Not really entirely sure why the, you know, Dragon Masters are bringing in, you know, friggin' World Snake. But okay. Are we done here yet? I really want to be done with this dungeon. Like, the design is nice, it's just... it's literally the same rooms. It's like we're copying the first layout in its entirety right now. And then they added the thing that you can't skip any enemies here, so we're just... like, aside from that first room anyway. So we're just repeating it over and over. Friggin' horny chess piece. Probably because they want you to get all these weapon and armor seeds. I feel like there's probably going to be a puzzle boss after all of this. So they really make you stretch your resources. Can you dragon? Okay, so we can't even get past this area. Because we can't target the things in the room. Okay, so we killed that stuff. Does that mean we can go this way, or maybe we were supposed to push a button on the right over there? Yeah, I'm gonna assume there's some button that we were supposed to push. I seriously have no idea how somebody sat through all these animations kind of back in the day. Feels like it would have taken an entire afternoon just to get through this one little area. By the way, hopefully all the constant fast forwarding isn't terribly annoying to look at. It's just, I figure we've seen these animations, these same enemies, these same everything so many times now that I just want to kind of run through it all. Weird. I guess he just decided not to do anything. Oh, there's a little path down here, that's what it is. Doip. Yes, please, save Graham. Alright, so once we get to the very end of this, it's either going to be an easy boss, a puzzle boss, or they're just going to run away. Calling it now. Come on, be last boss, please. Yeah, it feels like there should be a boss here. I want to get to something that isn't clearing out endless enemies. It's weird, because normally, like... normally spots with crap tons of enemies and stuff like that doesn't bother me very much. I don't know why, like, if it's kind of the delayed SNES jank and stuff like that in this one that does it. Just something about it. Okay, is that progress, or is that a reset to the very start? That is a progress. Full Metal Hugger! Nice, okay. For being full metal, he's actually weirdly see-through. Oh, so is this by chance going to be like a boss gauntlet? That'd be pretty cool. Go ahead and probably speed and protect down this guy, because he's just dodging everything. there we go. So we can just beat this guy now. Beat the spider. Come on, Mr. Spodermans. Yeah, it definitely feels like a victory lap boss. The very first boss you fought, I think. Not to mention he's mostly just sitting there and taking it. Well, and attempting to heal, which is kind of hilarious. There we go. Come on, tell me it's a mini-boss gauntlet. Or, no? That's it? Okay. Now, question is, was that progress or detrimental? You know, I have absolutely no idea. Good. Now we get the earth one, so then that's just the lightning one that's left. Okay, so I got one closed door there. That one opens. Wait a minute, what? So what, that's not the exit? Weird, okay. I'm just doing the same old with the level ups here. So your sword enemies and chest pieces annoying in SD3 as they are in SOM. I will say so far in this area everything's starting to get really grating. Like in terms of just there's so many of everything. And there's so many rooms that's like, here, fight these 3 enemies. Oh wait, guess what? Here's another room. Fight these 3 enemies. Like, dude. I get it. You want me to fight 3 enemies. But yeah, it has been like, I think 30 straight rooms of that. Oh, there we go. The lever's just right here. Now, missed the class changes. What werewolf were you? Did you go dark? I went for the first items that actually spawned. So, Death Hand, Dragon Master, and Ninja Master. Which, so far, I'm actually pretty happy with. Because Steve's doing his big AoE thing, Trogdor's doing his crazy damage thing, Sustaina's doing her whole I can summon the World Serpent now thing. And apparently she hits as hard as he does during the daytime. See, 239, 266. Okay, so his stats are starting to go way up compared to hers. They started off at the same level. Alright, can we just sneak past these guys? No. Dang it. I just want to sneak out of here and go fight a boss or something, or go take a nap, or anything. There's just so much of the same room. Chill out on the friggin' Control-C, Control-V. Lisa and Hawkeye aren't borrowing each other's wardrobes anymore, you can tell them apart? Yes, this is very true. So I found it funny. Did I ever send you a picture of, like, any part of, Avalon? Like the old DOS game? Because I found it funny because he looks exactly like the main character from that. Sistina looks almost like the character I named her after. And Trogdor weirdly became so evil that he became pink. However that works. Nope. Okay. It's just... hang on. It's on here. So I was going to stream it at some point. It's got some amazing music. Actually, come to think of it, I could probably do a quick one. Hey, actually, come to think of it, yeah, if you guys are interested after this one, we can do that one. Because it's actually a pretty neat little game. As far as I know, it's a one-man dev team from way back in the day. But the guy is... basically, the guy's just really, really good at making MSX music, and I'm assuming built a game based around that. Because that's, like, it's... the music is way better than the simplicity of the game would kind of imply. As is the overall world building, surprisingly. Like, it's really basic, but... I mean, the combat really never evolves past attack a thing, use an item, or attempt to run away. But dude, the music and the locations and everything just sell it so well. It's funny, actually on that website they even have a lot of the music from the game. It's like a castle entrance, the big boss, what is it, the friggin' ocean theme, man. The ocean theme's real good. But yeah. Kinda grew up around that one. It's like my brother had gotten me this floppy disk full of a bunch of freeware games he'd found. And so that was on there, and yeah, to this day I actually still follow the creator of that. He actually still puts out some new MSX music at some point, or every now and then. And another copy-paste of the same room. Like, I think we've gotten past the point of practicality here. How many fire and sword rooms do you need? It's kind of starting to look like people's houses in Minecraft. Like, I need 8 different rooms for all my friggin' sword chests. Shuffle on this way, use some moves, hopefully that's an insta-kill, no it isn't. Then we get this guy in the corner and punch him a whole bunch. And everybody uses their abilities, and then, okay, cool. We did a thing. Now can we continue on, please? Thank you. Presumably this is more backtracking right here? Yeah, bye. Is this a progress? I mean, it's got a box in it. Friggin' random walnut. Why is that there? Why do they have such, like, rare and random items? Or not, rather, the boxes themselves are really rare. The items, the boxes are rare. The items are super basic. What's the story behind all that? I'm legitimately more curious of what the deal is with those chests than the actual story. Although we have basically established that the fairy must be a traitor, because they just conveniently realized that we've been doing the exact opposite of what we've been intending to do right at the very end there. Like, whoops, we friggin' overpowered the super beasts. My bad. I did a whoopsie. Like, how do you get that mixed up? One ends the world, the other does the exact opposite. Like, you had one job to do, Fairy. And yeah, a lot of this has just kind of become holding down the fast forward button. Is he done yet? Oh, for crap's sake. Just kill it! Thank you. Okay, we get a repeat of this one. Genova. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Ooh. I guess it stands to reason, but it turns out water's really good against the fireplace. Buttons, hello. Buttons, I've been mashing this friggin' button for a very long time now. Alright, and as far as I can tell, whatever ability he decides to use for that room, he's just kind of locked in. So I almost feel like it might be worth potentially resetting some boss fights to make sure he has that fist move. The Death Fist. Oh, come on! I've got so many abilities queued up that I'm just literally here mashing the button, waiting to get into the menu. I'm assuming if they made a like if they did a remake of this, they'd probably fix that. Because man, that's really unfortunate feeling. It's like, hang on, the RPG needs to needs to currently load all of your actions before you can do anything. Not to mention they seem to be getting really heavy on the knockback moves. Alright, let's get your defense and everything down. I probably should have done this a while ago, to be fair. Yeah, but I kind of feel like Trogdor is getting to the point where he's becoming a little bit worthless because he doesn't have a ranged attack. Come on. Thank you. Hit the button for that like 20 minutes ago, but oh, that's fine. Gets rid of all the ads. Don't worry, we'll be able to open up the heal menu sometime next year. Hello? Still hitting the button. Come on! God dang, that took forever. Okay. Now, I should point out, this is like a SNES jank thing. Okay. And dead. Okay, I'm still pressing the button trying to revive somebody. Not really sure why he didn't get revived, though. I wonder if he got stunned or something. See, that's one thing about SD3 that worries me a bit. It seems a bit heavily spell-based, large amount of turns that way. It's basically, casters seem really overpowered by comparison, but the problem is that it relies a lot on precision, like, not necessarily precision, but it relies on setting up particular orders for some of the boss fights. And it feels lately like it's been doing a whole lot of, like, just a bunch of abilities are flying around the entire time, but it can only process one at a time. So stuff that should have happened, like, right at the same time or right next to each other ends up happening sequentially. Meaning that, for example, like, a boss gets a counter, plus you attack, plus it gets a second counter after that, plus you heal, and then it's angry about the heal, so it gets another counter after that. So there was one guy that was getting, like, 4 attacks in a row, hitting the entire party, knocking everybody down. It was like, okay, this is kind of frustrating. Because apparently the thing it was countering is techs, and I can't tell everybody to not use their techs once you're in the fight. So, it's weird. But yeah, intelligence builds are in general really overpowered, it seems. Like, despite the fact that Trogdor hits way harder than everybody else, he's actually, like I was saying, just becoming a little bit worthless at this point, because he can't get close. Some of these bosses just keep spamming attacks over and over and over. Kind of like we're about to do right now. And yes, that werewolf is exactly dressed as a watermelon. No idea why either. Also, I don't know why my items switched around, but that's fine. But basically, this right here, they can do it too. And it's very frustrating when they do. Sometimes the AI just flat out refuses to attack things. Like, it's... There's stuff. There's stuff that could definitely be improved. Like, I feel like if they did a remake, could write an entire document on stuff they could improve. There's like little quality of life stuff. Like right now. Beat the boss and everything, but it's that feeling where you're mashing the menu button and trying to get any of your characters to do anything, and they're just like, oh, hang on, he's doing stuff. It does get a little bit iffy. Must don her traditional garb of the Beast Man Nation. Fetch me a whole watermelon. Exactly. Okay. Like at the start of the game, I was playing as Steve because he got his double attacks, right? Then I switched over to Sistina most of the time because she was spamming coins. Now I've switched over to using Trogdor most of the time because the AI just does not know to get close. They will get hit by something, get knocked down, and we'll just sit there like, I wonder what I could be doing right now. And then they'll, like, spend pretty much the rest of the fight just standing there derping around. Eventually, they'll get hit by something and they'll aggro towards it, but you gotta manually tell them to go attack something. Like, I feel what would really have worked out here... Well, it's something a lot of games have done, but something like Vagrant Story, something like, of all things, Jagged Alliance Back in Action, all that kind of thing, just where you just can stop time at any point. It's like, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here kind of thing. Is definitely what would have been ideal here. Then again, I guess Ogre Battle tried to do the same thing, and it also ran into SNES jank sometimes. Which I guess went completely in the player's favor when it came to March of the Black Queen, and then in subsequent remakes got a bit nerfed. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. Point being, it apparently is a boss rush. That wasn't the point I was trying to get to at all, but right now this does seem to be just a friggin' gauntlet. I mean, I feel bad fast-forwarding the entire time, but there's just so many animations! Everybody's got like a 10-second animation for each of their attacks. There's multiple of them per room, multiple rounds per room. Like, I really just want to progress here. There we go. Okay, agility, I guess. Sure. And another of the same room. Again, good game, just some stuff could definitely have been handled better. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Yeah, Sistina can summon the World Serpent now. He's just a snail attached to, or snail? Snake attached to a rock. Oh, and if everything else wasn't enough of a thing, now we have enemies that just repeatedly heal themselves. It just feels like padding out the runtime. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Oh look, more enemies that you're required to fight to progress. Can we please just get to the boss? Please. I really just want to get to the boss. Or, it feels like we're refighting every single boss in the game now, so the boss is. Funny part is, we've gotten a bunch of endgame items that we can't go and plant just yet. So that's kind of telling me that, well, this is definitely not going to be the final area. Okay. I can't use it because she's busy bouncing. Ask her, just use your move. Yep, you got an insta-kill move. That should wipe everybody out, I hope. We're done? Good. See, throw stones, ultimate form, a snake wrapped around stone. That would be awesome. If you could just... No, you do like the SOM1 thing, where every time you use it, it just upgrades. That would have been awesome. There's endgame stuff I need to go plant, so this isn't the final area. It's not a measure by which you can judge SOM's final dungeon. Oh no. It's just... design-wise, I don't understand what they were thinking here. It's really, really sloggy right now. Like, all I want is just to not fight things, because it's just these same ones! And I have a feeling we've already been here before. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we're literally just back in the starting area now. Neat. Come on, run. Just go. We're doing the fast forward shuffle, screw it. Alright. We can punch this thing real good? Not really. Its stats are insane. Fine. I guess you shuriken or whatever. You go ahead and reduce its defense. And you just keep punching it. Does it take damage? Good. Come on, give me that crush move. Keep punching. Keep punching. Keep punching. Let's see. Think you're gonna like Legend of Mana after this? Its largest levels are relaxing by comparison. Yeah. You know what this is making me think of? For the very first BattleTech game that came out. The very final dungeon. Because up to that point, that game had had very, well, limited and overall pretty low-key dungeons. Like, anytime you had a fight or whatever else, it was usually, like, within a town, you're exploring towns and everything. At the very end, they had, like, a 4-hour-long dungeon with a puzzle that made no sense and encounters every few steps in a game that, honestly, didn't give you difficult encounters for the most part. And you basically couldn't use a lot of your... Yep, we are repeating bosses. Okay, good. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter who uses this, huh? Gonna go use it on them. Seems like another one in which Trogdor is gonna be fairly useless because they're flying around everywhere. Alright. Let's get your speed down. So where the boss harpy has arms, but the mob harpy doesn't. How often do you think she's asked to open jars? All the time, apparently. Did they even use jars? That's the unclear part. Oh, apparently Sistina is completely immune to wind. And despite the fact that it's clearly dark out, it's not technically dark out, so Trogdor doesn't get to be awesome. Still fine. Let's buff Trogdor. Get their multicasts going. See, werewolves obey daylight savings times like true watermelon Americans. I would just hope that the denotation wouldn't be taken as racist. Man, I swear, sometimes the most random stuff gets associated with other stuff or situations. I'll just leave that topic as that. I'm pretty sure everybody loves watermelon. Stuff's delicious. Alright, let's keep throwing ninja crap at you. Here's my honey juices. Shove that at maybe up Steve's nose or something. I don't know. I don't know. I like to think the stuff tastes like the shake I made for breakfast. I made this thing that was basically like 30 crushed up watermelons, oatmeal, or not watermelons, dang, that'd be nuts. It was, let's see, 30 crushed up almonds, a package of oatmeal, a banana and an apple with almond milk. Like, that mess was about as protein heavy of a shake as you're gonna get. It's delicious. Oh, whatever. It's no one's actually gonna assume that. He's just dressed like a watermelon, that's what he says. Oh good, they finally got punched in the butt and exploded. That's how harpies work. Yay! 0 prizes and more bosses? Awesome. Please tell me that's the last recycled boss for now. You say almonds like El Bundy? Gotta have those almonds, man. Oh look, there's more stuff to punch. Again, another question mark seed. Questionable seed. And, okay, you're not a heal. Then I don't care. Then again, I do care, because apparently we need to puzzle that thing open. By puzzle, I mean run and fight a billion more things in order to get it open. Like, at what point do we just basically just go to the bottom of this castle and just friggin' blow out the bottom and call it a day? I'm pretty sure we have the means. I mean, for a system that's supposed to replace random battles, it's somehow adding even more of them. Okay, more honey drink. More oil. I love how they didn't give you any warning coming into this. Like, there's just a castle over there, maybe. It's maybe got some stuff in it. At no point did they say, go buy 100 of every item, because you're gonna need it. There's another path to open up, which means we're probably going to get like 2 or 3 more bosses. To go down that staircase, to go push a switch, to go fight the actual... Fine, who's the next boss? Oh, Bijou. Okay. Yeah, they were literally nothing, like, compared to all the other crap in this tower. And he's a catboy. Sure, why not? First things first. Defense down. Whatever this one does, do that. Doggo can get some buffs. Don't worry, Controls, I'll be able to reach you eventually. Okay, power down. Start spamming water, because they're apparently weak to it. Yeah, she was somebody's angsty cat, go figure. Not sure if Steve just got reduced to 1 health, or if he actually died there. Let's see. Nakamata is a cat whose tail grows too long, they can change into people and murder grandmas or something? What? I thought the Japanese cat thing was just like, you know, mostly the people doing it variety. Okay. Love that it still consumes that item. See, with the werewolf, Super Satch didn't be in battle with, now wait a moment while I put on my fursuit. Well, I mean, that is the battle of the furries, ain't it? There you go, spam a billion of these. Is that what it's called? We're basically chucking rocks at a cat, so I don't know how PG anything can be here. Of course, that being said, my cat accidentally got himself smacked yesterday. So, in the middle of the night, every time that my kiddo gets up, and we had a pretty rough one yesterday, I usually do this whole maneuver. Like, you're tired in the middle of the night, so you want to give yourself a little bit of momentum while moving. So just basically go and spin myself out of bed, usually. I don't know if I said usually multiple times there, I don't know. Currently brain dead today. But, point being, like, usually just do this thing where I just swing my arms and, fling myself out of bed, basically. And so, in what was a pretty legendarily bad set of awful timing, the cat apparently had decided to leave and go use the litter box, who knows what else. It was like right as I'm flying out of bed there, they're trying to jump on, and so they just basically get a friggin' forearm to the face as they're trying to jump. Oh, you suck. You suck with that nonsense! This lady is like... just the worst. Also, what's the difference between Shipko and Mogul, exactly? Because apparently both those statuses exist. And one of the Nekomata Noctales is a wife dying and the cat becomes a person and takes care of the children and eats a lot of fish, and everyone's just like, I guess that's fine. Wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, they got the whole story with the butt samurai. It's like, that one always kind of got me as being... It's like, what exactly was somebody thinking when that came up? It's like, for anyone that didn't know it, they just have a story that's just some samurai guys patrolling around, and some guy leans over, moons him, and there's just an eyeball sticking out of his rear end. And that's just it. That's just the whole story. Okay. Ooh, energy ball, they're gonna get all those crits that don't exist. Awesome. Of course, that being said, there's a Native American story as far as the Wendigo goes. That's... Whoa, lunatic. Yeah, Japan's a little strange. Though again, Native American stories also tend to have that kind of stuff going on as well. Like that one where basically some chieftain decides to host a thing over who gets to marry his daughter, and they're like, whoever has the tiniest schlong gets to do it. And so, however that logic works, and so this whole story is just about a fox that decides, hey, I'm gonna get in on that. And so, this fox just becomes a person, and then decides to trade junk with a mouse, and he's like, check it out, I got a tiny non-functional dingling. I mean, can I marry your kid now? It's like, well, what the hell is that? Alright, hang on. I gotta put a quick pause on this catastrophe right here, pun completely intended. Be right back. Oh man, I just came back to just an entire wall of amazingness here. Not even gonna read all that out loud. That's the special stuff right there. Oh, hi, kiddo. What you doing? What's your turkey? Why are you offering me your turkey? Ah. Right, Steam Promises and not get shoved into the erotic dungeon, but your stuff like Doggy Style Cerberus 3. What? Well then. I mean, whatever people are into, there's that one that, I mean, there's the one that became a meme a while ago. There was like somebody that wrote a bunch of dinosaur porn. So there's that. Sell well? I mean, you gotta sell... Oh, excuse me. You give that right back. Why are you doing that? That's a snack. Sorry, one sec. Hello again. That's... Oh, wow. And apparently we're all on board for the dino porn now. Okay. Well, that's not the only thing that can be withdrawn at any time, apparently. Then again, you never know. There was somebody I know recently that was deliberately trying to find something in terms of, let's just say the interesting book section. And then apparently there was a bit of a mix-up in terms of what was where, and they wound up with a mystery novel about abducted children instead. Let's just say they were a bit upset about that. Man, I was actually hoping to read into some of that stuff for once. I'm like, okay, whatever works. I'm not judging. I think I need to put more claws on everybody. See our alien serpent T-Rex watch a movie together and don't bone because platonic friendship is important. Braxton, would all you guys let the little man just eat? Jeez. It's like everybody wants to get all up in the baby's business. It's like, no, he's got straws. Everybody else has straws, but we need to have his straws. Also, why does she keep transforming into a smaller cat? What's that all about? Lunatic. Speaking of, kind of making me think of the Lunatic Pandora, which, by the way, friggin' coolest name for a thing. Way less cool of an actual plot point, but just, I don't know, that part of FFA, just such a cool name. Like, if you've never played it, kind of close to the end there, they have this whole switcheroo as far as who's the bad guy and when and who did what exactly. But then yeah, they have this thing just called the Lunatic Pandora. It's just like, basically, the moon has decided to start vomiting monsters everywhere. It's like, it's such a cool name, but the concept makes so little sense. Like, bleh, friggin' demons everywhere. My bad. I got sick with a weird type of flu. So I guess you're saying whatever you do, if you see a checkbox that says remove all filters from Amazon search, do not click it. Yeah, it's probably a pretty solid choice. I mean, hell, I remember one time I was messing around with different filters on there trying to find funny stuff to buy for my wife, and it turns out that, well, what I was trying to get her is like one of these cases where you like fill a bunch. It's a tea bag basically. It's a reusable tea holder kind of thing that you put in a teacup. And I was specifically trying to find one that was this T-Rex, you know, T-Rex, har har. And so I was looking for that, and then just basically went and thought, you know what, screw it, let's just see what else is on here. I want to see everything. Of course, one of the first things is a nutsack, because that's just something somebody wants for their tea. So, you know, that's life. Oh well, people are weird. No shock. No shock whatsoever. Like, as much crap as Japan gets for being weird, there's a lot of weird stuff out there from not Japan too. I mean, just start digging through any mythology and you'll find something to get weirded out about. There's a manatee one. Yeah, those things are awesome though. Like, even though I think she used it like once, but it's just funny that it's somewhere. To be fair, we do kind of tend to get each other gag gifts a lot. Like, there was one a while ago when, during the whole pregnancy thing for her first kid, and so she got tired of saying no to everything, so she just got me a no button. That's hilarious. I still have that thing. Okay, can't select Steve because reasons. Alright, is this cat done being trounced yet or what? It's like, man, we have been beating the crap out of this kitty for ages now. Something that sounds really iffy in context, or without context. See, so none of us have art skills. I want a mana cover redone, manatee on, and a manatee on the front, sort of manatee. Seeking manatee, legendary. I mean, I've got some Photoshop skill. I deliberately don't make use of it. Yeah, I don't really figure the logic either, but whatever. She has the most useless regen I've ever seen. And I guess Steve is just so much of a ninja now, he just stopped taking orders half the time. There we go. Oh man, that just, woof. That, every part of that looked dirty. I think it might just be the related subject right there, but they just look like they got a spiraling downwards, like, butt fisting, and they were weirdly panting with their butt in the air afterwards, is all I'm gonna leave there. Anyway, there we go. Good. We're finally going. Death Hand. Yeah, you just get you some health, I guess. She dead. Oh no. Okay. The hell? I know they're trying to pull a U-turn right there. But no, that crap's dumb. I just want it to be nice. So you ended the world to be nice to one guy? Seems like a real crap deal. Okay, bye. Let's fast forward through that. Eagle's Vengeance. Okay. That took a while. Anybody remember who Eagle is? Because he was right at the intro there. That's been a minute. He apparently forgot about his girlfriend entirely at this point, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, it's fine. He's not doing anything to you. He's just passing. It's like, no, my brother's gonna come get my letters. They're my letters. Okay, I really hope this is just the exit, and that we're gonna go up, and that little spiky thing's gonna be gone for no particular reason. Go away! A little bit bummed out by the fact that it kind of looks like our werewolf guy has a friggin' MAGA hat now. I seriously haven't been this annoyed by random encounters in a very long time. Because it's just so unnecessary. Say if this was T.O., the Warren Report would get updated about how she ran an orphanage for kittens in her free time and leaves behind 10 children who are depending on you. Very true. Oh, by the way, so considering that the whole Asia percent speedrun got a little bit waylaid by scheduling this week, can always do the SNES version speedrun. Because that one's a hell of a lot shorter. And doesn't take 13 hours to do. Oi. It's fine. He's not doing anything to you. He's just looking at your letters. It's fine. It's over here like, oh man, he's gonna eat my letters. Oh, my letters. My precious, precious letters. Alright, anything else we want here? Statue, maybe? I think I mentioned before that apparently Rakes is going to be able to, hopefully at some point, change some of those situations to where you can actually, you know, save some of those folks. Who's Elliot again? Oh, her brother, right. I'm sorry, he has been mentioned in like 20 hours, so whatever. Okay, so dude's a douche, great. What a shocker. I'm like, oh man, sends an evil presence on top of this evil castle on top of an evil thunderstorm. Okay, so her brother got body snatched. Archdemon? Okay, I'm assuming that's that other one? I don't know. Okay. What'll you do? Well, maybe don't give away your friggin' one-of-a-kind god artifacts just on the drop of a hat, because your fairy sucks. Okay, then. Okay. Nah, it looks like we are about to go down through that staircase that was blocked before. Go back and get an opportunity to restock our stuff, and then he's just going to be sitting somewhere at the end of yet another long dungeon. Teamwork and courage. I think what you mean is freaking stats and lots of coins. Okay. So, called it. Please tell me we can use the drum up here and just leave this stupid place. And hopefully just knock it right to the ground so nobody ever has to put up with its crap again. Man, what a sucky dungeon. Alright. Drum. Fully expected a will you join me to have a yes or no after it? Yeah, I was kind of expecting that to happen too. Yeah, okay, good. We can't just teleport out of here. Good. But no, I actually had save stated right before, so I was like, if there was that question, I would have gone with yes just to see the bad ending. Okay, so yeah, they're just gonna be sitting over there, so let's find a town, go plant some seeds, then go fight a boss, I guess. Alright, whatever town you are, hopefully you've got a hotel and a plant bucket. Wow, I actually found Beisel for once? That's a first. Okay, grew into a honey drink. Grew into a nut. Night Dragon Chain, which apparently can be used for stuff. Night die. Okay. Supposedly you can use these for something. Stealth Hood. Sapphire Band, as long as we don't get repeat items. Demon Neckband. Suryu Uniform, and I think we're just missing one piece of armor, and Skull Dissect. Skull Dissector? Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Wolf Boy has all of them, doesn't he? Alright, let's figure this out. Ooh. Hello. It's a friggin' weird sounding one. The hell? Oh, I guess it just means you can't use it. Okay, so minor upgrade there. Decent upgrade there, and... yeah, most of them wound up for him, I guess. And then we still have nothing for that slot. Yeah, that whole leather neckband thing makes me think of somebody that's, well, there's somebody that's, that I knew a little bit ago that just kind of randomly disappeared and then just suddenly showed up with, like a friggin' leather choker and whatever. And apparently I was hearing from others that there was just this whole thing where they could never take it off. Because apparently it's like their new spouse or something, it just said that they can never take it off, so that was their whole weird thing. No idea how well that works, but whatever. Okay, so... nothing new there. Otherwise, that's... yeah, that's Stealth Hood, there we go. Give that to Steve. And that's the only other item that's not for him. Yeah, that's a very minor upgrade. Fine. Fine! So we got a save to go back to if we need to. I'm really, really hoping that's just the final boss here. There we go. Oh. Wait, why can't we just fly there this time? There we go. Eventually. Ooh, it's all evil and crap now. See, showed up to my hometown after being away for 10 years with college and work, and people thought I died. Well, that's not fun. So, did they automatically just start giving you stuff? Like, man, we thought you were dead, so... prizes. Prizes on the not being dead! Hey, look. It's the same enemies, but they're recolored now. Oh, but they're shape-shifting into different stuff. That makes them completely different now. Alright. I know, I'm sounding all down on the game. I still like the game. And I probably will be going through it a second time, maybe a third time, whatever, but... probably not on stream, because... like, it's a good game, but god dang. These lengthy as hell dungeons just don't end. Whew, yeah. I'm loving how insane his attack power is now. Yep, can you put that back? Go put it back. No, go put it back. Don't. Don't. Hold on one moment. Okay, and back. Continuing on. You know, I can't help but notice his evil version looks a hell of a lot like the light version that the AI had. Wonder why. Oh, they ruined it. Can't go up here anymore. They changed the entire route, I guess. Thank you. Just because it's Florida? That's a pretty good reason. I think once again I'm just going to start skipping rooms here. Actually, can I just go here now? Or, I guess not, it's completely locked off. Can I go this way? Alright, I only cleared out that one because I want to get more jars in here. There we go. Only knows don't keep contact most of the school terms. That's reasonable. It's actually kind of funny. Didn't think I was dead or whatever, but there was a similar-ish scenario when I went back to my hometown, Florida, a while ago, like years and years ago. It's like I kept running into my old classmates and stuff, just working at stores or whatever. It's like none of them recognized me at all. They didn't even look slightly similar. Okay, is this the last boss? As far as it goes, good. Now, let me go double check their AIs real quick. Yeah, just attack nearest. Go ahead and use your moves. Attack nearest, use your moves. Attack nearest, use your moves. Okay. Hopefully they actually do that now. Okay, we can't jump over that very tiny gap. Good to know. See, high school's a weird time when after it finishes you suddenly realize you had nothing in common with any of these people. Yeah, very true. It's a nice thing about doing your high school just entirely online. Just avoid that situation a little bit. Okay, what is the point of this? This is basically like, I guess it's a natural evolution of everything they've done at this point. It's like everything up to this point, they're like, oh, we just need random enemies all over the friggin' place. And then they get up to this point in the story and they're like, you know what? We want all the enemies in all the places at once. Let's just make shapeshifters. So you still chat with a few when I'm home, but as adults it's a little weird since our interests don't really mesh. Yeah. No kidding. Middle school especially. Does anybody remember their middle school friends? Or still has contact with any of them? Oh, well. RIP. Let's see, imagining high school as an AOL chat room now. Welcome back, class of 04. Well, it's Naughty Panda 16. True. That's how it is going back to, Also, wait a minute. Why is this red? How could you? It's the exact... Interesting shattering pottery in the background. It's the exact thing he said it was going to do. What did you expect? Plus, I forgot to restock my items, so... Rip us, I guess. But then again, going back to my old RuneScape account and whatever else, just like, literally exactly that crap right there. Okay. Cool. See? See, there was literally no reason to save her, Steve. Gah! Alright, so his whole reason for stealing that character, transformed into the Archdemon, was presumably to try and mess with Sistina there, but it doesn't matter now, I guess. Okay, we got plot exploded, except I'm assuming fairy character's gonna pop up out of nowhere. They're like, oh man, but friendship though, and then everybody's gonna come back to life. Was it a K-12? Oh, what a shocker! Oh my goodness. Gee, who could have seen that coming? Time to get rid of this body. Behold, it's also when I shed every time I go to the gym. Oh man. Very true, very true. Also, yeah, the dulcet sounds of a pot repeatedly shattering to right behind a piano. People tend to know we defeat me without the sword. It's lost. We're gonna pull it out of them, wasn't it? Oh, for crap's sake. Seriously? Just go ahead and admit you didn't know what to do with the ending. Alright. Is there just one? I think there's just one. Okay, so Steve is presumably still going to be overpowered. Let's go ahead and ruin their brain. And... so we got light coins. We only got 3 heals, so I'm probably already screwed from the get-go, but, you know, we'll see. We'll try. We're shattering all these spots in Blink Composed. Pretty much. That's the only logical explanation. Alright, now we just jack up her stats like crazy. Need a metal cover of the Link pot smashing song? It probably already exists. On the off chance that these stack, I'm just going to go ahead and smack all of them on her. Alright, so what's the gimmick of this boss? 800,000 health? It's probably 800,000 health. Although, yeah, not having healing items is probably a little bit of a downer. Okay, nearly max damage there by the looks of it. These sounds brought to you by a train. A train with a beat. Child, what are you doing in there? Hyper cannon, huh? Yeah, it's so yeah, it's just weird to me that his coloration is the exact same as what's it? As the light version that the enemies have. Black curse, that's racist. One sec. See, still trying to figure out what I'm seeing with that snake rock spell as it's spewing out air. Did she fill the snake with helium? As far as I understand, it's supposed to be Jormungand. Well, completely misspelled, but besides the point. But yeah, he's just kind of jammed onto a rock, and I guess he just flies around biting people. I'm really, really hoping for that kind of FFT-esque moment right now, where we're just suddenly completely trouncing the boss, you know? Like, where just the end boss has way less health than it should have. Although right now, so far it's being weirdly nice, so I'm not gonna say no to that. From spewing out air, did Jormungandr now drink a root beer before it being thrown down? Poison gas from the earth, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I messed when everybody got turned into friggin' gnomes. No wonder we're doing no damage. Over here trying to buff everyone's attacks. Alright, get rid of her speed, please. Presumably also weak to water. Okay, so his freaking super move just missed. Awesome. So speaking of Norse mythology, I was really enjoying Neil Gaiman's version, especially after slogging through Snorri's writings. Which thing are we talking about? So I've been out of the loop of a lot of stuff recently, so there's a lot that I don't know. Let's get Doggo back. Need to resurrect Doggo Force. Oh. Okay, I was expecting a little bit more out of that. Leave it alone. Ooh. Phase 2? No, phase nothing, because apparently that's not what that was. Now, is that thing messed up now? Like, is that a giant heart? spaceship thing crack now? Oh, come on! Oh, you're spamming stuff. Even rewrote some of the old Norse stories. They were readable in today's English. Norse also wrote the Rosetta, which has a lot of their history. That was hard to read. Okay. Gotcha. Is it dead now? Good. Now it's phase 2. Well, we have no items. Cool music, though. Those sassy ninja moves. Okay, fire heals him. One moment. Alright, I'm back. You know, I just noticed he lowered absolutely everybody's stats. Except I already burned through every single one of my stat restoring things. There's so many effects going on, the game doesn't even know what to do anymore. It's completely broken in half. Crap, yeah, there's that mass debuff move again. Nothing to be done about it, though. Oh, right, fire heals him. Crap. That's fine. That's fixable. Alright, come on, Sustina, take the nut. It's exactly as dirty as it sounds, but whatever. Fortunately, it's on my way. Oh, it might be lagging. No, I'm trying to keep up with all the book stuff. There's a lot of book stuff going on. I've got very little to add to it. Okay, come on, get Steve back up. Like, we're still doing a lot of damage, though. A lot more than most of the bosses up to this point, and although I'm still assuming there's going to be a third. Come on. Need mass debuffs here. Mine down. Put the Death Fist in there. Super move. Come on, give me the menu. Thank you. It's taking forever. I'm gonna be really surprised if this works out. No, 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 give me the menu. Get his evade rate down, get his casting down. It seems like he's going to waste a lot of time buffing himself. Come on, come on. Oh wait, that dragon does nothing. No, it does 420. Come on. Yeah, that's probably a game right there. Come on, keep punching. What are you doing? Come on, finish it with a Death Fist. Finish it! Yes! Oh, that's awesome. Totally forgot to bring items in, but there we go. I'm assuming that's the last boss, because they're slightly more explodey than expected for this time of day. That does feel pretty awesome, though, that, like, right at the very last second you did it. Yes! Feels good, feels good. So you get for all your friggin' endless dungeons. Nah, my underworld, I broke it. It's almost like this was a really bad idea or something. So, is that game then? Dude, no. Fairy? You were a massive traitor. Go away. You caused the entire plot to happen. We could have ended it, like, a really long time ago. Well, rip tree. So do we just shove the fairy into the ground and hope she spouts a new tree, or... Okay, good. You actually know us for a really long time, all things considered. Like, the entire plot. And managed to derail every good idea. Okay. Also, I have to say, they were making that whole traversing through using all these little spirit things a thing earlier. We used her fairy jump thing twice. And that was it. Then the second time it got us knocked off a cliff, which, by the way, first thing that we should have questioned as far as her being a traitor, just saying. She was secretly out to just assassinate the tree, I think. Makes sense. Makes sense. No, please do. Please do. Goodbye. Bye-bye. You're gone. Shoo. No. Shoo. Get the fly swatter. No! She doesn't deserve it! See, that's the thing. She was... Seriously, right there. She was the traitor. She was trying to get herself a promotion the entire time. Oh, called it. Also, apparently she turned into a circus? No, we really don't, actually. She's a massive traitor. Like, seriously, she got the tree killed, she got everything else done exactly in such a way that just gets her promoted. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, well, that's not any good now, is it? Good. Goodbye. Braxton, don't even look at those. Just go. Seriously, though. Fairy's a traitor. 100%. It makes more sense. Like, maybe it was secretly the plot. Because that makes the entire plot make sense, all of a sudden. Because none of her decisions made the slightest bit of sense, aside from that. What do you guys think? It's like the successful Thanos story of the fairy. She's just gonna come back and just own the world. Please tell me in one of the later games she's actually the bad guy. Like, no, I accept you now. Okay, the doggo lives now. He was super dead before, but fine. It's like, no, I just went to the pound and got a new one. You can't tell the difference. Of course it was. Alrighty then. Oh my goodness. Braxton, you are going to wind up getting in the kennel all day. Go. Goodbye. It's like, no, it was all secretly a lie, so I pretended to wreck your dog so you'd come all John Wick on a super demon. That's his plan. It was only sleeping. Look, it's okay after a trip to PetSmart. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, hell, my daughter potentially accidentally killed off her snail a little bit ago. It's like, look, it just got bigger. There's another one now. He just, like, tripled in size. Don't worry about it. Someday take overthrown. Okay. Dude, he just punched out a god. I'm pretty sure he can take you. The only thing weak about him is that hat. Uh-huh, just friends. Put some quotations around friends. It's friggin' fur buddy. Or whatever the hell they call him. But the funny part is, I'm just thinking through all the characters, and all of them are just gonna wind up conveniently fine. So, you know, I'm fine. I was body snatched and exploded, but it's fine. It's... Yup. It's legit. I'm okay now. It was a dream or something. Punched out a god, now he was harnessing anger to push college education at 9 to 5 job. Yes. Yes, exactly. He's just there trying to punch paperwork. Guy said be done. We no understand. Okay. Do we care about Elliot? This is literally the first time we've spoken to him, like, whole plot, so... Yay? You know what? Honestly, I'd be kind of okay with that. Okay. A quarter of the cartridge's space went to this hair animation. We just decided to stand on this very windy, dangerous cliff after basically saving everybody. Actually, no. Gravity doesn't count in this universe, so that's fine. Yep, now they're just fine, too. Like, oh, well, I mean, you could have come to visit at any time. That whole curse thing was confirmed broken, like, what, half the plot ago? You could have just come by and said hi. But no. Actually, come to think, could you come back and say hi? That hasn't generally been a thing throughout this game. Oh, he's fine too, huh? Uh-huh. The Flame Con. No, it basically is, because everything is just totally it's fine. Eagle's the only guy that died. Or no, he just pops out of a painting like, no, I was hiding here the whole time, so that you can become rage mad. We'll figure out. When was this something they relied on, by the way? Yeah, okay. We lost our magic powers. We're gonna go make it rain in the desert. You know, those magic powers we totally had, and this is a good plan for everybody, it seems. Sure! You're gonna get, like, one of those Chinese rain missiles. Did you guys ever see those, by the way? Like, during the Olympics? Or a few Olympics ago? It's like they had a bunch of rain clouds that they needed gone. They just fired a bunch of friggin' missiles into the sky. Because apparently they got rain missiles. Oh, and the tree's just back now, it's fine. It seems pretty well alive, considering it's... See, no, the tree's perfectly well and fine. She's just there as a little parasite twig sticking out of it, sucking out all the juices. Even Eagle's okay. Nope, still dead. Eagle totally dead. Seriously though, why Eagle? Think about the entire plot. He is literally the only guy that died. Why did they specifically say screw that guy? What did he do? Man. Alright, well, G friggin' G. That's the game. This is one weird journey, I'll say that much. So yeah, thank you for recommending it. Very, very interesting stuff in general for this. See, 10 pot oil says he's just going to... Why not? Why not? Like, here you go, wear this armor. No, he put some armor on the cat, and then he just went and became Monster Hunter. I mean, he's already got the, like, dual giant knives going on. So why not, you know? He's got the dual friggin' swords. Seems legit. Seems legit. It's just, Secret Mana ties perfectly into Monster Hunter. Who knew? I mean, you're basically running around killing endless amounts of random things, so why not? But yeah, so I will say, so a lot of cool aspects of this in terms of, you know, the varying story, in terms of the game kind of adjusting for its second half and stuff. I will say the dungeons were painfully long in a lot of cases, with way too much repeat. Like, especially that last one was just like, just go punch yourself in the nuts, it'll be more pleasant. But yeah, I liked it. In general, really positive. I feel like, the beginning could definitely have been faster, because it took forever until we even got abilities, though, again, apparently I picked the 3 characters that get the least abilities, so that's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's like, definitely, I'm gonna have to go check if there's mods for this, because I'd be curious to see what mods created out of this whole system. I need to finally finish it. Well, need to set aside around 3 years to get through that last dungeon. Oh hey, the turtle's back. See you, driving turtle. Well, if you don't want him to take your markers, go put them where they belong. Go put them where they belong, right now. It's just fine. He's just walking. So when you're done, SOM, second... see a video where you compare and contrast the 3 big ones. Orky dorky. I have a feeling, based on everything I've seen, it'll be like first place Legend Mana, second off Secret Mana, third place SD3. But that's more of a personal thing, because this one constantly had that thing at the very end where it was preventing you from going in the menu. And like, I know it's a SNES jank thing, but it's like, man, I really wish that they hadn't paused it right there. It would have been kind of busted if they didn't let you do that, I guess. But just the fact that certain enemy animations would essentially lock out your menu was not great. It's a technical thing. I'm sure if they made a remake, that wouldn't be there, but still. But yeah, personally, like, everything you said about Legend of Mana sounds exactly what I love to see in a game. Because that seriously sounds like a hell of a lot like New Vegas, where it's just like a huge open thing, but technically you can just run straight to the ending. It's right over there. And then yeah, SOM 1 I've been really liking because it feels a lot more focused. Like, this one feels like it was a very ambitious project. Obviously, they ran out of cartridge space, so that's a pretty good sign right there. They probably would have had more space if they didn't spend so much on those hair animations at the very end. But yeah. Great game. Really liked it. And looking forward to other ones. So, I think later today we might start that Tactics Ogre thing. So, quick question to you guys. 2 quick speedruns that I can get done before the end of the week. Like, I can either do the Asia % run of One Vision, or I can do the punch-only run of Night of Lotus, followed up with the speed run of the SNES version. What do you guys think? The End, where Eagle is still dead. Wonder why we're just kind of staring up the sky here. Does it do anything if you push the button? King Arthur's World isn't that long. Okay, fair point. Well, okay, tell you what. We'll do one of the Tactics Ogre things, and then we'll do King Arthur's World. Because I know I've been promising that one for ages. I just typically go through the whole pattern of doing like one ogre battle thing and then one other thing. It's kind of alternating back and forth. Because, well, I mean, nobody's doing Tactics Ogre stuff, so can put more of that out there. What are the options again? Keyboard is loud when I type that. Dang. Oh, whoa. Okay, hang on. See, the other is... Wait. 2 tips for Legend of Mana before you start. First, you get a bone or first ring. Keep it, it makes so if you pick up XP. Everyone gets it. You start with an XP share? Dang. Huge quality of life improvement. The other is to choose a starting map with a low water far away, and keep placing new items further and further away. Okay. Interesting. But okay, so the options were basically for the Night of Lotus punching only run, which basically would just consist of only lands and Eleanor, wherein essentially the idea is to see just how far we can get without using any Snapdragons or anything. Basically, just using lands as fists and giving the lung coolness to Eleanor. So I think it's beatable. Seems like it was kind of 50% speedrun type situation before, and then for the other option, it was just a kind of very off the cuff speedrun of the SNES version of Let Us Cling Together. Scott Lancelot versus the world. Vote for that. All right. Well, I guess that's one vote to nobody else gave a vote, so Pro Cow's over there apparently choking out raccoons with an octopus to celebrate King Arthur's World. Why not? Whatever works. So, okay. I'm gonna get that set up then. So, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna go hang out with my babies, and see you later.